Let's connect our file to the Visual BOM. Let me put this over on the screen. Here's our Visual BOM, and it comes with a very nice wizard to make it easy to connect. I'm going to use this file. This is the bill of material tree basic file. This is a file that's freely available on FileMaker inventory resources. Demo file. Okay, and the thing about this demo file is that the quantity is stored in a separate field. Sorry, the quantity is stored in a separate table. This particular structure makes it very flexible to have quantities in different locations and multiple locations within different warehouses. So let's take a look and see how that gets set up. The first thing we need to do is add this file as an external data source to this file. I'm a little bit off screen here, but I go up to Manage External Files, and I'll add this file. The next step is to do just the opposite. We're going to add the Visual BOM file as an external file to the BOM tree basic. We don't need this right now, but we will need it a little bit later, and it's just as easy to set it up now. Our third step is simply to return to the Visual BOM file we have. And now we need to add a couple of tables to our relationship graph. Let me pull this off to the side. We need to add a few more tables here. We need the item table to the relationship graph. We also need the bill of materials to the relationship graph. And finally, we need the quantity table. Good, we're all set there. Then I see those listed out here, and I can go to the next step. Now I'm on the item field, and I answer a question here. Which table is your item table? It's called items. What is the primary key in this table? All of my primary keys are ID. What field stores the item number or the part number? Looks like I have an item number in this file. And what about the description? I have a description here, but there isn't any data in it, so I will put the item name and go next. Now I have some questions on the BOM table. What is my BOM table? There it is, BOM. And now I need to add a couple of IDs. There's two foreign keys in the BOM table. Both of them are item ID foreign keys. They can't be the same name because you can't have the same name in the same table. If that's confusing to you, then go down here to take a look at this article that I've written on bill of materials. But let's see, we're going to go straight through this, and we need to know what is so I have two item IDs. What is really the parent item ID, the assembly item ID? I call that item ID. And now it wants to know what are the components, what are the children, or what are the BOM items in there. And that's item info ID. Quantities, here's my quantity table. And what is the ID in that quantity? It's ID. And what field stores the on-hand quantity? I conveniently have that listed as on-hand. Here's next, and now it's all set and ready to go. I do have a warning here, and it says that if I change a field name or a table, then the references are broken. So but it's not terrible. All I have to do is go back to this wizard and go through the wizard again, and it'll reconnect things. Okay, so that should work. Let's come over here, and it looks like ID number 4. I'll pop that in. And there's my BOM tree. And if I click on these things, I get a card window with just an example of what you could do. You can move right into the other part of the tree, or you can call up a card window, or you could go to another layout. The idea with the card window is simply to say that you have a lot of options, particularly in the FileMaker world with the scripting options. Good, that looks great. I'd like to see it over here in this file. We could do that because we've set this up as an external file, an external data source. Let me go back to the wizard, and I can see that there's a script, generate BOM tree from the file. So that's the script I want to call, and the parameter is the item ID. So I should be able to call that from here. So I'll go into the script workspace here, and I'll set up a new script. And because it's an external file, now I can reference that file and all the scripts in that file. And here it is, the generate BOM tree, and now I need to pass it the item ID. And I'm just going to pass it the item ID. I'm going to presume that I'm calling this from the item table. Okay, so that's all I need to do there, one line script. And now let's add a button. I don't have to add the script parameter here because I did that inside the script. And there it is, it calls it right up. Let's go to another record and see what that does. Looks good. Great.